Welcome back to West Texas View.
We were talking about postpartum depression just before the break, and Dr. Jain had mentioned that that they have been fortunate enough to receive a nice large grant to help them in doing research and to help in our rural health area to reach those people that are having postpartum depression. And just before the break, he mentioned that he wanted to talk about men's postpartum depression, and I didn't realize that that's what it was called. So talk.
Well, actually, I mean, we've known that men tend to have what we call sympathetic pains.
False labor pains.
False labor pains. And the wife goes into labor, and the men start having some sympathetic pains too. But there is some validity to that. What we understand that after a childbirth, there has been a higher incidence of mood problems also in men. This may or may not be associated with previous history of depression in men or not, and it's not just associated with the rigors of taking care of a newborn or the disturbance in sleep or the disturbance because arrival of baby completely changes life, everything changes. But taking into consideration those variables, those factors also, we do find that men also, not everybody, certain men can also experience a significant amount of depression, what we regard as postpartum depression in men or their partners. So that is something we need to be aware of, and it may appear as more common depression symptoms: feeling overwhelmed about situations, feeling tired all the time.
Is it genetically linked to?
I'm not sure we have enough data to say that it's genetically linked though, but I would assume that as all mood disorders are very genetically connected, I would be not surprised that down the road we find more studies to show that it is in fact genetically linked condition. And when you have problems such as having problems with poor motivation, poor trouble sleeping, withdrawing from things they used to like to do before, things that they used to like to do for fun before, they don't like it anymore. Those kind of symptoms of depression can be more. And finding the care of the baby, even though they may be waiting and impatiently for the baby to come, but now feeling overwhelmed and overburdened about the care involved.
So is there 3 levels of men's? Do they have the blues and then the depression and then the psychosis?
Well, what we have found there is only that they have significant history of depression and also some postpartum blues, as I would say. That I'm yet to see any evidence that men go to the extent of becoming psychotic when their wives have a childbirth.
Well, one of the things that this grant will handle is the fathers too?
Well, right now we are focusing on this one, on women only, because the rates in men are very few and far between. And this definitely we should be doing down the road if we're able to see, when we evaluate the process, if we are successfully able to implement this program and there's a feedback that we have been very helpful to the community, by all means we should. There are other aspects to look into is the effect of a new childbirth on other children in the family. It's not just sibling rivalry, it's also children who go through immense stressful situations when they have a new addition. Even though it's a bundle of joy coming in the family, but the transition can be difficult and the transition can be really, really difficult. So there are a number of other things that we can possibly do once we implement the study.
Well, this may be a dumb question, but is there a connection or a correlation between the mother having postpartum depression and the father or the children?
Well, we do find that in the father, we find both actually. There's strong connection between the mothers not doing well and hence the father not doing well. However, there's also some evidence that irrespective of the mother, the father may show some symptoms.
So the mother does not have to have it for the dad.
Right. This is a kind of new concept for us Americans over here, but in Europe, they have recognized that. That's why they have started the concept of paternal leave. In certain countries like France and even UK, they give 3 or 4 weeks off to fathers when they become new fathers, just to handle the stress of childbirth.
And to kind of get your home back in in the new arrangement with another person. Because my doctor explained a long, long time ago, 50 years ago when I had my child, and he said, now if you're going to have a second child, plan it so that it will be introduced into your family at the optimum time. And I said, when is that? And because I had a little girl, he said a little girl should be 4 or 5 before another child is introduced, because that gives them the most maternal spirits. And that may have all changed in 50 years, but I remember that so vividly.
Right. We took things. One is, if you already have a child, and the child is very young, just able to communicate, maybe 2 years, 3 years of age. The moment you become pregnant, the child should be part of it. And of course, the way you
understanding
exactly what is going on, and to minimize the effect that it may have on the child you already have, is to get the child involved very much into your pregnancy, starting from the very beginning. There's no reason to hide it. It's not going to be hidden
or
anyways.
to tell some kind of wild tale that we're going to the cabbage patch and get a baby.
Baby there. You're going to have, depending on the child's understanding, you want to go with the state that, you have been having a brother or sister, depending what it is, and you want to be a responsible big brother or big sister, and I want your help.
And how much fun it's going to be.
How much fun it's going to be, and you're going to be my mommy's little helper. And so, going to really involve it. The more involved the child is, the more connected the child is, the lesser the child will have problems adapting to this new addition.
Well, I'm just really excited and pleased that Texas Tech Medical School got this wonderful award, and this is just for our Permian Basin area.
This is just for our Permian Basin.
Odessa.
Just the Odessa Midland area.
Not the whole medical complex of
this
Texas
is just
Tech.
for us.
That is great, and so we really, really want anybody to contact me or contact Dr. Jain with the information that's scrolling across the screen, because this will give you an opportunity to get some real help, plus be a part of a study. Is that correct?
Right. Well, actually, the whole motive, the first goal is to treat people. And while in the treatment, if we can gather some data to publish, that's the secondary goal. But the primary goal is to reach out everybody that we can possibly.
Our program is over for today, and I'm so sorry because we've got a million things to talk to Dr. Jain about, but he'll come back another time. Thank you so much, and we'll expect to hear from you.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB TV and KWES TV.